If someone's ever said, "Wow, you actually look good today," or "Didn't expect you to get that job," or the classic, "You're so confident, I could never go out like that," and you laughed, because that's what we do, right? We play it cool. We pretend it doesn't sting. We tell ourselves we're overthinking it. But deep down, you feel that sharp little cut, the confusion, the doubt, the drain. That's not your imagination. That's a micro attack on your self-worth. And when you tolerate that energy, you're silently teaching the world how to treat you. Today, we stop that cycle because your peace isn't a suggestion, it's a boundary. And these are the 5 behaviors that quietly destroy it, plus how to rebuild yourself stronger than before. Behavior number 1. The friendly fire. Jokes that hurt. They call it humor. You call it humiliation disguised as laughter. You know the line. Relax, it's just a joke. But it's not just a joke when it keeps happening. It's not a joke when every laugh comes at your expense. People like that, they test your silence. Every smirk, every sarcastic line. It's a social experiment. They're seeing how much disrespect you'll accept before you break character. And if you don't say anything, they learn one thing, that you're safe to disrespect. The truth is, sarcasm is cowardice in costume. It's the language of people who can't be honest, so they hide behind a smile while they throw the dagger. Next time they throw a joke that lands like a punch, don't laugh it off. Look them dead in the eye and say, "You joke like that a lot. What are you really trying to say?" Watch the silence that follows. That silence, that's your power returning home. Behavior number 2. The guilt trippers. Emotional pickpockets. Guilt trippers are emotional thieves. They don't steal your money, they steal your peace. You try to rest, and they say, "Wow, I guess I'm not important anymore." You say, "No," and suddenly you're the villain in their story. That's not love. That's emotional blackmail. See, manipulation doesn't always look like control. Sometimes it looks like sadness. It looks like, "I just thought you cared." But make no mistake, this is control through guilt. They can't own your time, so they weaponize your kindness instead. Let me be clear. Your empathy is beautiful, but empathy without boundaries is self-destruction in slow motion. The next time someone tries to make you feel bad for saying no, say this: "If my no offends you more than your expectations exhaust me, then maybe this relationship has already expired." That's not cruelty. That's called self-respect in action. Behavior number 3. The supportive competitors. Friends who only cheer when you fail. Let's talk about the hardest one to spot. The friend who only feels close to you when you're struggling. When you're lost, they're right there. When you're confused, they're your comfort. But the moment you start winning, they vanish. They stop texting. They stop liking your posts. They start saying things like, "You've changed." Yeah, you did. You stopped playing small. You stopped asking for permission to grow. See, not everyone who claps for you actually wants to see you rise. Some people only clap when you're beneath them because your growth threatens their stagnation. Remember this: a real friend isn't intimidated by your light, they're inspired by it. If they can't be happy for your success, they were never cheering for you, they were cheering for your struggle. So let them leave. You're not losing them. You're just making space for people who can stand the brightness of your next chapter. Behavior number 4. One-sided conversations. The emotional vortex. We've all had that friend who calls you for hours, dumps their pain, tells their life story, then disappears the moment you try to talk. I don't want a connection. They want a container. They want a therapist who doesn't charge. And because you're kind, you keep giving. You listen. You comfort. You care. But here's the harsh truth: you cannot heal people who refuse to hear you. Real relationships are built on mutual exchange, not emotional extraction. If you always leave the conversation feeling lighter, that's connection. If you leave feeling drained, that's a transaction. Stop trying to prove your loyalty by being their listener. You deserve reciprocity, not residue. Say this next time: "I've noticed I'm always listening, but you never ask about me. Can we make this mutual?" If they get defensive, that tells you everything you need to know. Behavior number 5. Boundary bullies, the control addicts. The moment you start setting boundaries, people will tell you, "You've changed. You're so distant. You're so cold now." What they really mean is, I miss the version of you that tolerated my behavior. They loved the version of you that kept saying yes. The one who explained every no. The one who let their disrespect slide because you were afraid to be alone. But you're not that person anymore. Boundaries are not walls. They're filters. They keep the wrong people out and the right piece in. And the people who get angry when you set them, they're the very people your boundaries were made for. So when they say you've changed, smile. Say, yeah, I stopped being your doormat. That's called growth. Because growth is not selfish. It's just inconvenient for people who benefited from your lack of it. The reset. How to take back your power. Now that you know what drains you, let's talk about how to rebuild your energy and take your life back. Number 1, set boundaries like a gatekeeper. Your time, energy, and attention are premium assets. Stop handing them out like flyers. Not everyone deserves access to you. Number 2, stop fixing grown adults. You are not their savior. They had the same internet, the same 24 hours, and the same responsibility to heal themselves. You fix phones, not people. Number 3, master the silent exit. Not everyone deserves a dramatic goodbye. Sometimes the most powerful move is quiet distance. No fight, no closure. Just peace. Because most people don't want closure, they want access. Your peace is not a group project. Number 4, treat yourself like a prize. You are not a discount version of yourself to keep people comfortable. Stop lowering your price to match someone's budget. You are luxury, and luxury doesn't beg, it gets chosen. Number 5, expect resistance. The moment you start enforcing boundaries, people will react. They'll call you mean. They'll call you distant. They'll try to pull you back into the old version of you. Let them. Growth isn't supposed to be accepted. It's supposed to be respected. Final wake-up call. Listen closely. Your peace is expensive. Your energy is sacred. Your time? Non-refundable. Stop offering front-row seats in your life to people who wouldn't clap if you fell. You've spent enough years over-explaining, over-giving, over-caring. Now it's time to overprotect your peace. Because you've got one life, and it's not meant to be spent keeping the wrong people comfortable. The moment you realize that, you stop chasing validation and start embodying value. You don't need to prove your worth. You just need to remember it. You're not too sensitive. You're just finally done being disrespected. And that's your power coming alive.